the Porch Diary Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast with me, Mmasape Thathane-Tyolweni, where truth and time sit down to talk. We gather for the fourth saying, charity begins at home, a communal musing on rooted love, radical hospitality, and the risk of turning inward too soon. They said charity begins at home, and so for many it ended there too, used as an excuse to ignore the neighbor, to dismiss the stranger, to scroll past the cry, to hoard in the name of care. But that is not what it meant. In its origins, charity meant love, not coins in a tin, not leftovers for the poor, but agape, deep self-giving love. And home was never just a roof. It was your radius of influence, your circle of concern, your first classroom of compassion. So yes, charity does begin at home, not in isolation, but in formation, not as the whole journey, but as the first mile. It begins when we raise children who are kind and just, when we speak tenderly to those we share a roof with, when we dismantle patriarchy at the dinner table, when we check in on the cousin we have not called in months, when our words in the WhatsApp group match our witness at church. But it must not stop there, because a home that teaches charity but does not practice it beyond its gates is a house of mirrors. Love that does not spill over becomes stagnation. Care that does not expand becomes control. Justice that does not travel becomes privilege. Charity that stays home becomes an alibi. Charity that moves becomes a revolution. So today on the porch we say, charity begins at home, yes, but if it stays there, it dies there. Let it begin with you, with me, with how we love those closest to us, and then let it walk. Let it knock on the door next door. Let it protest on the street. Let it serve the refugee, welcome the returning citizen, comfort the dying, and lift the fallen. Let it begin at home, but let it live in the world. The Porch Diary Podcast.